Okay people, so here is the Q3 quarter panel. You can see it's pushed right in there. And this body line's gone in, this body line's gone in, it's pushed in down around here, slightly along here. So what we're gonna do first is just gonna get in behind here, jack that out, get it nice and straight again. But it's pushed right in there. Try and get it out here. Then that'll be that edge. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld some keys along here. Get that edge out, weld some keys along here. Get that body line out and go from there. So yeah. This gap here is also in, the quarter edge is in. I'm hoping that when I get all of this out, this will just creep out as well. Okay, as you can see here, I'm just getting a rubber mallet. I'm just kind of getting that edge out there just on the quarter extension. And then what I will use is an L Shop Reliable, a bit of 2x4 and a lump hammer, and I'll just bang the inner edge of that quarter flare arch and I'll just get that out. Now what I'll do is I am just going to sand off the paint on them areas where I'm going to weld some keys, and then we'll start getting the rod through and pulling them areas out. Okay, now that the keys are welded on, I have them on the lower edge. I'm also going to put them on the higher edge of that flare. Well, what we'll do here is now I'm going to stick the rod through here, and here I have a bridge puller. This bridge puller is from Denfix also. Great piece of kit, very affordable. So the trick is the two jacking pads on the end, put them on a strong part of the car. So the pad you can see there at the top of the screen is in between the quarter and the rear door. The other one that you can't see is on the quarter extension. So I'll pull this out now. You'll see the rod is starting to bend. So that means I'm getting pressure on that area. And I'm going to hammer down any high areas where the flare moulding goes. Once that's done, I'm trying to do another little pull here, but I'm having trouble getting the jacking pad at the bottom of your screen here. I'm not getting as much pressure. So as you'll see now in a minute, I'm gonna get rid of the bridge, and I'm gonna use a pogo stick. I don't know if any of you have ever seen it. I'll leave a link at the end of the video for you. But it's also another great piece of kit. I will use a bear claw puller. And what I'll do is I'll get the pogo stick and you can just put it against the hub where your wheel usually is. Put it against the hub and you can just pull on it with your own pressure and it will bring it out as well. Great piece of kit as well. Little tip for you is here, when you're finished pulling, just look at the outside of your keys. If that's generally straight all along there, then you know your panel's straight. And then you can take your keys off and move to the next area. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna weld keys all along the top arch here. Get them all on there. Use the same process. I'll probably use the pogo stick here, and then when I have pressure on it, you see that high ridge there as well, I'll hammer that down. Also here, a good way to remove your keys, I'll just get a pliers and twist them. You don't want to just yank them off and you're making a risk of leaving a hole in the quarter, and you don't want that. So yeah, a pliers, give them a little twist and they'll fall right off. And there she is, looking nice and straight. Always look down the side of the car, go over to the other side, give it an old look as well, and just do a little comparison. Obviously there's a few low areas in the middle here. What I'll do is I will sand this paint off here, and up here and down here, get rid of all that, and I'll get the maxi out and I'll start pulling that out now, get it all nice and flat. little trick I do is a bit of trim black or a bit of Geico black. So I have a few little low areas here, you can obviously see them, but what I'll do is just give it a little spray. Let that dry. And then when I let that dry, I'm going to sand it, which you'll see now. Highlight your areas so you can pin out them areas, get it nice and smooth. See, it's gone in on the body line here. Right, so since the Geico is showing me them low spots, what the next stage is, I get the Maxi Dent Puller here by Dent Fix. I'll work on them low areas, get them out to where I think they're nice. If there's any little kind of nuggets left on it there, I'll just get the sander, just sand them off. There I am there doing it. And then when I have it nice and smooth, I'll get the body foil and try and finish it. Now this is a repeat process. Like you'll find that you're pulling it out, sanding, pulling it out, sanding. You just have to be careful that you're not pulling the area out too far so that when you're foiling it, you're going to make the metal too thin. That's the trick. Don't do it. Just slowly bring it out. Once I get this all done to where I'm happy with, I have a dual action sander. If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's a normal DA, but then you have a locking pin on it as well, so then you can turn it actually into a sander. So I'll put a bit of 80 grade on it, and I will sand that just nice and easy all over the panel, and then I'll turn it into the DA option or mode, and then I will sand it all down. Also, as you can see, what I'm doing here is, if you get any holes in that panel, don't cheat and just put filler over it. It'll come back and bite you in the arse. Weld it up, sand it down, and then obviously there's the sander I was talking about. That gets a nice finish on it, and get her ready for some filler. Okay, so this is my last time just trying all the parts. I think I have it where it needs to be. I'm going to put some filler on now, but it came out pretty well. See, it's all out nice and straight. Put the bumper on, flare on. Gap looks nice and even. Nice and even all along there. Pinned out the door. So yeah, let's get some filler on here. Finish it off. Came out nice as well. So what I'm using here now is 3M Platinum Plus filler. Been using this now for a few years, never had any issues with it. Absolutely great filler. I also mix a little bit of resin in it, just gives it that kind of smoother finish. I feel it's like almost like self-leveling. As you can see there, it's nice and smooth. Highly recommend it. Give it a bash. And now moving on to the sanding. My sanding process is usually, obviously there you go, a bit of Geico. I'd start with P80. I'd knock it down, get the general shape of it. And as you see now in a few minutes, I just lash a load more Geico on it and I move up to P180. And then when I'm finished that, if I like the painter, I might finish with 320. We'll see though. But anyway, always 180 at least. Quick question I have for all of you here. If you can write your answer in the comments, it'd be a great bit of help. Obviously, I have this sped up here just to make the video a bit shorter, but would you rather me do the filler stage in normal speed just so you can understand it a bit more, or are you happy enough with it? This just my curiosity is thinking here, so let me know in the comments. Okay, so she's all finished, ready for the paint job. Just got the body line all done, tried them with a bumper, had to sand a little bit of the area here, just a few scrapes, just make sure the body line's meeting the quarter panel body line. Molding's on, gap looks well, body line goes into the body line of the door, everything feels good. So yeah, came out nice, door gap came out nice there, and just water pushed in. Off to get primed. I'll get a video of it when it's all painted. Another one done. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And remember, hit that subscribe button and you'll see more videos like this. Any questions, just hit me up in the comments. Thanks for watching.